Hello, this is Tyler Beamer, Haywood Community College. This is an instructional math video for DMA 030. This video is on Module 3, Section 11, Applications of Percents. So I want to do some examples here to get you started with your homework. So these are all word problems involving percent. So 18% of Frank's wages are withheld for income tax. Find the amount withheld from Frank's wages of $3,680 a month. Okay. So one of the strategies that I like to give for these types of problems is to convert that into one of those is-of sentences. So essentially, we're saying, what is 18% of $3,680? Since that's how much is being withheld. So remember, what is x is equals, change 18% into a decimal, 0.18, times is of, so times $3,680. So if we multiply those two together, we get $662.40. So that's how much taxes he's going to pay each month. Okay. Here's another example. So we've got 31 freshmen absent during a particular day. If this is 4% of the total number of freshmen, how many freshmen are there at Slidell? So the question that we're trying to figure out is 31 is 4% of what? So essentially, what is the total number of freshmen? So if 31 is 4%, what number is that of, right? So then we want to rewrite that. 31 is equals 4%, 0.04, times is of what is x? Okay. So divide here. So 31 divided by 0.04 equals x. And so 31 divided by 0.04, 775 equals x. And so that would make sense. Obviously, there should be a lot more for the total number of freshmen, a much larger number than the 4% that was absent. So that always ask yourself, does my answer make sense? And so that does. All right. Jim's weekly gross pay is $700. Jim's weekly net pay is $504. What percentage of Jim's pay is deducted for taxes? So if you work, which I know many of you do, it's always good to figure out how much you're paying in taxes. So here's how this would look if we rewrite that as a is-of sentence. So 504 is what percent of 700? That's essentially what we're trying to figure out. So 504 is equals, what percent is x? Of is times 700, so that's 700 times x. Okay, divide both sides by 700 to get x. And so we want to then convert that to a decimal and then to a percent. Okay, so I just realized that we didn't answer the question here. So let's take a look at what's going on. It says that 504 is what he gets paid, right? So that's not how many taxes he pays. I misread the problem. So we want to figure out what percentage he pays in taxes. So this 72% actually represents the percentage of his pay that he gets to take home. Right? So once again, thinking about, does my answer make sense? Hopefully no one's paying 72% in taxes. That's a lot. Right? So if he's taking 72% of his gross pay home with him, right, then he is then paying in taxes 100 minus 72, 28%. And so that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Another way we could have done the problem is we could have actually subtracted 700 and 504 to figure out how much he does pay in taxes. So 196 is how much he pays in taxes. So we could have done 196 equals 700x and get 196 over 700, and then that'll give us 0.28, which is 28%. So really, you could have done this problem either way. Okay. Percent increase. To find that, we take the amount of increase, so how much something went up by, and divide it by the original amount. So the average soft drink size has increased from 13.1 to 19.9, right? So we want to find the amount of increase, and we do that by subtracting these two numbers. So there was a 6.8 ounce increase. So then to find the percent increase, we take the amount of increase divided by the original. So if it went up, the original is going to be the smaller of the two numbers up here. So that's 13.1. And so if we divide those two, we get 0.519. 0.083, and to make that into a percentage, we move the decimal to the right 2 places, so we get a 51.9% increase in the amount of soda here. Okay, you see percent increase and decrease all the time in the news, making a comparison between two quantities. You could also do percent decrease, right? So if something went down, so in this case, John Smith decided to decrease the number of calories in his diet. So we want to find the amount of decrease by subtracting those two numbers. So 3250 minus 2100 gives us a decrease in calories of 1,150. So then to find the percent decrease, we take that amount of decrease and put it over the original. So in this case, the original is going to be the larger of these two numbers since there was a decrease. So divide those, we get a decimal. And then move the decimal 2 places to the right to convert it into a percent. Okay, so if you have any further questions, as always, please shoot me an email or come by the office. Have a great day.